Acción, tu revista mensual de cine y series, con los mejores estrenos de cine, fichas y reportajes coleccionables, series de televisión, 4 pósters todos los meses. Búscala en tu kiosco.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, we're good, thank you.
I'm Jesús Usero from Acción Cine magazine in Spain. First of all, congratulations, it's an amazing second season, and thank you so much for this interview. And I want to ask you, because you are back in this new season, but with a completely new character. So how's been that for both of you?
Yeah, it was a lovely surprise to be asked back in the first place, and then an even bigger surprise to find out that we would be playing different characters, and then the third surprise being that we would be playing characters that had our own names. So yeah, it was very strange and wonderful, and we enjoyed playing the Satanic nuns so much. Really loved that. And so in a way it was like, oh no, but we're not being Satanic nuns anymore, but then we were given this lovely cherry instead.
Yeah. I mean, we'd have been fools to say no.
Yes, it was never really going to happen, was it, to be honest?
But it was such a surprise because because we had told the entire story of the book in season 1, so I thought that was just one of my favorite jobs in the whole wide world. Done and dusted, had a lovely time, and then out of the blue found out that Neil Gaiman, with his clever mind, was going on with the storytelling in the universe. Brilliant.
I really love the relationship between both your characters. So what can you tell us about it without spoiling anything? Because it's really fun, it's really quirky, it's something really interesting for the audience. So how's been that for you?
Oh, good. Yeah, I mean, there's probably very little we can say with details, but the dynamic between them was a delight to play.
Yes, because they've been written as opposites, and so my character Nina is quite reserved, quite a little bit chippy, and sort of holds people at arm's length a little bit, and just likes to just get on, and she speaks as she finds and is a little bit blunt, whereas Maggie,
she's a puppy.
There you go.
She cannot hide an emotion, and knows exactly what she wants, but has no idea how to get it. Certainly at the beginning. Who knows what happens at the end? But she, between kind of getting tangled in the mystery that is the adventure that Crowley and Aziraphale are on, it's kind of cool that we with our human ways get entangled up into that as well. Get to witness some epic things.
You just mentioned before that you miss the nuns. Did you have the feeling that maybe you could explore those characters further in the future, or that their story was complete in the first season?
The nuns?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, there was a hilarious chat of sort of like a nun spin-off special, which I would have been so up for. But also, I mean, literally my nun gets killed by a demon in season 1, so I don't
Yeah, but this is Good Omens. I mean, anything could happen. So
there was actually, I had an ADR session where they were sort of saying, we've decided maybe Sister Teresa Garrett, maybe she was God all along, and maybe actually she's created the universe. I was like, listen, guys, just follow your instincts. Whatever you want to do, I'm here for it. It's great.
No story is ever over.
No, never. Not in a fantasy world. That's the joy.
You spend a lot of time in beautiful sets that are the record shop and the coffee shop. Yeah. So how's been that for you? Because sometimes it seems like your characters are secluded in these both places. So how's been that?
Yeah.
The sets were extraordinary. Yeah. And we spent a lot of time, I suppose, in each set, because the actual street has been built, the whole thing has been built, so the road in between with the cars and the traffic going through is there. That's not put in, that's all
that really
there
happened.
So we were very much in our own little, just looking across in through the windows. But the sets themselves, the shops themselves are so complete. I mean, when in between scenes, we didn't necessarily leave set.
No,
you didn't.
No,
you loved being in the record shop.
I could have lived there. It was so happy making. And some of the items were real, and some were made up by it turns out, hilarious art department.
Yeah.
Because the fake bands, the fake track listings were just genius. But then, there were all sorts of the real bits, things like, my brother's favorite movie poster was Looking at the Till. An album that my mum could have been in was that, I had so many connections in that shop, so I literally felt like it had just been magicked for me. I loved it there.
I also had the feeling that those places define in a way who your characters are. Did you have this feeling too, that the coffee shop and the record shop are something that define who Nina and Maggie are?
I think that's a really interesting observation, because actually the coffee shop, even though it's about people coming in and it's a communal space, that's actually much easier for Nina to deal with, because people move through and she can just define them like she does with Maggie. Oh, your skinny latte, and I don't want to know any more about you than what you order from me, and then you leave my premises. And whereas the record shop is much more intimate, isn't it?
Absolutely. And probably I have one customer a month, but we'll chat for hours. I'll play them all my favorite records on my little listening station. And it's got a pink Cadillac on the till with the light up lights. It's so cool.
So very cool. Yeah.
And the show obviously ends in a huge cliffhanger. So is there any chance that there is a future for these characters, or maybe new characters, because we never know?
There you go. You can never tell. I mean, I'd like to say officially now, yes. Right.
There it is. It's out there.
Whatever happens, yes, please.
Yeah, I mean, they're humans their stories don't end.
Yeah.
So, well, who knows?
Yeah. There's lots of potential there.
How is the feeling to be humans in a world of angels and demons and a continuous battle between heaven and hell?
I think one of the main things to do in particularly in Good Omens is to not play the extraordinary.
Yeah.
You have to play just as naturalistically as you can in order to root it in something real.
Yeah.
And I think that's what that's what the angels and demons also do, because it's actually about being human in the end anyway. Even if you're playing some fantastical creature, the emotions have to be just as real, just as true and sincere. So it's great fun because it all looks amazing.
Yeah, beautiful. But also, I think just us with our proximity and being humans gives the audience a chance to see the other characters in completely different circumstances than we've seen them before. So that feels like a nice little connect.
Yeah.
Well, again, congratulations and thank you so much. We really want you to come back, and we really want to have a third season. And we hope to see you maybe as new characters, maybe as the old ones, but really
start that campaign.
I really love the relationship between both your characters this season. It was amazing. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Acción, tu revista mensual de cine y series, con los mejores estrenos de cine, fichas y reportajes coleccionables, series de televisión y 4 pósters todos los meses. Búscala en tu kiosco.